comedy. Welcome, everybody.
Hello. Ow.
So this week's episode is going to be on Gaza and Palestine and the refusal of celebrities, high-profile people, politicians and governments failing to recognise that this is a horrific genocide that is happening now in real time. Celebrities refusing to speak out about it, post about it on social media, discuss it, do interviews about it, or even mention it at all because they are scared of losing money, losing their jobs, and losing their reputation. That is their lousy excuse. And I'm here to say, fuck reputation. There are children burning to death in cages, starving to death. And we are seeing this on social media. We are seeing this on the internet. We are seeing it on Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. This is the most documented genocide in history. There is no excuse for anybody to say, we didn't know. We didn't know how bad it was. We didn't know how serious it was. I'm sorry, I don't listen to the news. You don't have to listen to the news. It's everywhere. You just need to turn on your computer and see children dying to death, being burnt to death. And it is awful. And you're not saying anything because you're scared of losing money and you're scared of losing your reputation. Is that what it is? Is that what you're worried about? Not being able to get a part on a panel show where you get paid £300, which nobody watches? Is that what you're worried about? You need to really assess your life if that is what you are dealing with and that's what you think. And there is an incident that happened last week where a well-known comedian called Jimmy Carr, who is world famous in America, he's known in England, Australia. He is always on TV, on every single panel show, presenting every single comedy show. He has never ever been off air in the 15 years that I've been doing stand-up. And last week, he took part in a secret Israel event, which was celebrating Israel's so-called Independence Day. It was the Independence Day celebration held at the British Museum in London, attended by several right-wing and far-right politicians. And it was 2 days before Palestine's commemorated 77th anniversary of Nakba, which is the Arabic word for catastrophe, when 750,000 Palestinians were displaced by Zionist militias to establish the State of Israel. So 2 days before this, Jimmy Carr hosted an event where he performed there, celebrating the Independence Day. This has caused uproar amongst comedians, and not just comedians, but with other people, because comedians are generally left-wing. It is very rare to be a right-wing comedian. It's very hard to be a right-wing comedian because generally left-wing comedians are against establishment. We are there to mock, ridicule the injustices of a society. That is our job. And British comedy has a history of that. I grew up with Spitting Image, which is what they did. And right until now, where we have a lot of satire, that's what comedians do. So we need to discuss this reluctancy of people with the social media following, comedians, politicians, people in positions of power, people that have a social profile. Why are they not speaking out about this?
You know what's shocking to me is that you said it was at the British Museum. The freaking British Museum. Wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing. You would think they would say we're not going to get involved in this, but you know what? Knowing the British, they love genocide. That's their favorite thing. That's their favorite ice cream topping. So there we go.
The most interesting thing I hear about people who don't share, because look, at the end of the day, there's been atrocities all over the world. before then and during then. So, people post about these things. Oh, when there was an issue in Kurdistan, I'd post about it because I've got Kurdish friends. When there was issues in Syria, I would post it because I've got Syrian friends. When there was issues with the Uyghurs in China, I'd post it because it's just... So the issue is, like, there's been atrocities throughout from like this whole period. There's been other things. So what's happening in the Congo, we post about it. What's happening with the Uyghur Muslims, we post about it. What's happening in Sudan, obviously I post about it. So people don't post at all about anything. And the most interesting thing that I heard in a conversation that I was overhearing, where people were talking about it in a green room, and a comedian said, and I quote, well, if I post about it, it's not going to save everybody, is it? What difference does it make?
Yeah.
So this is the kind of mentality that they have, that, okay, whether I post or not, it's not going to make any difference. There's enough people posting about it. All it's doing is taking money off my plate if I talk about it. So what would you say about someone who says something like that?
Degrading, disgusting, not even human. That's what I would say.
So, Ola, what I would say to that is, I've had this young boy called Mahmoud Abu Riashi. He has been writing to me since the 14th of February 2025. Every day, he's 25 years old. Every day he sends me videos and messages of himself, his family that are surviving, who's died. His father died, his brother was imprisoned, is still imprisoned. He's constantly losing family members. And every day he writes to me. He asks me for support. He asks me to repost, and he asks me for money and to spread the message. And when I said to him, why are you asking me to do this? He said, I want people to know that I lived. I want people to know that I existed. If I die, I want to know that somebody knows that I had a life, I was a person, I lived here, and this was my family. I want people to know my story, and I want people to know that this is what is happening to our people. And so it's not about, oh, what am I? I'm not going to save somebody's life. It's not about saving somebody's life. We're giving money. Everybody's giving money. Last week, David Lammy, the MP, said that there are 900 aid trucks standing on the border, ready to get into Palestine to feed these starving children. But Israel won't let those trucks in. People are donating millions. We've got the money, we've got the aid. It's ready to go. Israel won't let it happen. And these people are dying inside. It's not about saving someone's life. It's about knowing that these people lived, that they existed, that they were human beings. It's about spreading their story and raising their awareness. We all want to know when we die. Oh, we all want to be remembered. Oh, remember that I lived. That's why we do comedy. Somebody might remember us. Somebody might remember our legacy. These are also people that have a life and want to be remembered. And that's what it's about. These people that say, oh, I'm not going to make a difference. You yourself will not make a difference. But accumulatively, all of us, we need to make these people, give them the strength to believe that we're on their side, give them a reason to live, make them realize we're coming to save them. That's what it's about.
Let me just say something. I came out of my mother's vagina knowing about what's going on in Palestine and Israel. I've been speaking about it my whole entire fucking life. In high school, back in the 90s, in high school, I had a sticker that said Zionism is not Judaism, because I even understood that difference back then, okay? When this whole October 7th happened, people were like, I'm not just educated enough. And you know what? Me, I was like, okay, I give you grace. Educate yourself. I give you grace. You don't want to talk about it? Educate yourself. All right, I'll talk about it. I've been educated enough. I'll say what I want to say. But it's been over a year and these people still say the same shit. I don't know. It's a hot button issue. I don't feel like I know much about the subject. Really, bitch? Do you not see the videos? Do you not see the pictures? Do you not hear the stories? I mean, like, how could you say I'm not educated enough now? How could you say it's a red hot button now? What starving children is like, oh, an issue that you don't know about. I don't know what to feel. Fucking over 15,000 children are dead. Over children. I'm not talking about men. I'm not even talking about women. I'm not talking about those innocent men and women. I'm talking about children. And don't fucking tell me children are Hamas. Children. Like, how can you still be like, well, no, I still don't know if I should talk about it. Easy peasy. They're scared. They're scared of being called anti-Semitic. They're scared of being canceled. They're scared of losing money. They're scared of losing clout. And this goes out to my so-called Muslim brothers and sisters. Fuck you too if you haven't spoken and you have social media. In the beginning, I gave you grace. In the beginning, I gave you grace. No more. No more. It's been over a freaking year. No more. Speak out. Because
The thing
let me
is,
tell you one thing. I'm sorry, I'm really like aggravated about this. Let me tell you one thing. Once Taylor Swift starts posting about it, once I don't know, Brad Pitt starts posting once, then all of a sudden these so-called Muslim influencers will start being like, oh yeah, I'm Muslim too, and I support Palestine. Once all these big people saw Miss Rachel, oh now I could talk about it because Miss Rachel talked. Fuck you. Sorry, Arna, go ahead.
that's really just before I say what I'm going to say next. That's actually really interesting you said that, because even the whole Sudan thing, no one was posting about it. Do you know when
Yeah.
it started to go viral? Shall I tell you when it started to go viral and it's going to make you
Do
sick?
tell us.
It's when Rihanna posted about it. It took Rihanna to post about Sudan for people to start jumping on the bandwagon, because she was resharing some people's posts. So people were like sharing posts and tagging Rihanna in it. And it's like, is that why you're doing this? It blows my mind. So that's one thing I want to say and get out of the way.
Yeah.
The second thing I wanted to say is, in general, when it comes to political topics, okay, some people don't talk about it. And my thing is, people who are comedians, actors, musicians, whatever. Let's talk about comedians for now, because she brought up the topic of the comedian. Comedians are dependent on people buying their tickets, people viewing them, people listening to their podcasts, people buying their merchandise. That's what they're depending on. So if you are someone who watches a comedian and is upset, because at the end of the day, whether we like it or not, yes, we're there to make people laugh. Yes, we're there to entertain. But unfortunately, whether we like it or not, people look up to us to speak on their behalf about topics, right? So people are like, oh, do you represent all Muslims? And I'm like, you know what? I don't do it for that. But whether I like it or not, we represent Muslims. Whether I like it or not, I represent Sudanese people. Zayn, whether you like it or not, you represent Iraqis. And Shazia, whether you like it or not, you represent Pakistani people. It goes without saying. My thing is, people who watch these celebrities, who watch these influencers, who watch these comedians, see that these people aren't speaking about what they believe in, continue to follow them, continue to support them, continue. I promise you, there are people right now who are pro-Palestine that are twerking to DJ Khaled. I promise you that's happening. But the thing is, the only way for people who don't speak up about important topics like this, you need to stop supporting them. And once you stop supporting them, and once you start calling them out, that is when they will stop that stupid behavior. I'm telling you categorically right now that Jimmy Carr went and did that gig. He's going to sleep at night on a pillow made out of $100 bills. He's going to keep getting work. He's going to keep getting shows, because there are people, even who are pro-Palestinian, that will continue to watch him.
100%.
That is the reality. So even though we should be blaming them, I more so blame people that are supportive of certain things, whether it be Palestine or Congo or Sudan or Tigray or whatever it is, that will still go to his gigs, that will still pay to watch him. It is still going to happen. And I'm more upset with them.
The strange thing about that, Ola, is that the world generally is on the Palestinian side. the world, the people, they're going on the marches, they're giving the money, they are posting, the people that post, they post religiously. And generally speaking, the world is on the Palestinian side because they are the underdog and they are the ones that are being massacred. But so when Jimmy Carr did something like that, it's so strange, not just for a comedian, but for a person with money. And he doesn't need the money, he doesn't need the fame to do something like that. It's so, amongst comedians, that's such not the thing to do. Even if you are pro-Israel, shut the fuck up about it. Don't go to the British Museum and host an event about it. That's what we don't understand, is that in comedy.
Because Shazia, the reality is he doesn't care. People do not care. There are Muslims, there are Arabs even, who haven't spoken about it. People legitimately don't care.
Well, the Arab countries are a big thing to blame in this. The people, Saudi not coming out in support, not vocalizing their support, not helping these
even
people.
start that conversation. That's especially we talk about that all the time. That's a hot topic issue for us. We sit there and we blame like countries like America and England when we should be looking at our own people. These so-called Muslims, they're all so-called Muslim countries. Okay, can I say something? This is my theory on why people like Jimmy Carr will come out and do these shows. I don't think it's for the money. I don't think it's for clout or whatever. I don't think it's because he's like so pro-Israel. No, he doesn't care about that. I think Zionists have shit on people and they blackmail them. I really 100% I think this. Do you guys know Jeffrey Epstein, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Okay. Jeffrey Epstein was he was Jewish. He's from Israel. And a lot of people say he was a Zionist. I totally 100% believe that he gives Zino vibes. People say that Jeffrey Epstein was given this task from Israel to go and do these to all these big ass known people and to record them the same way P. Diddy recorded people. So he has shit on them. So they will okay, this is a theory, but think about it. So then they have shit on these big, rich, well-known, powerful people, so they always stick up for Israel. Think about it. I think they got shit on Jimmy Carr. I think they got shit on Trump. I think they got shit on Biden. Biden, that little bitch, they got shit on him. I'm telling you, little bitch. They really do. And these people are not scared. It's not because of the money. Because AIPAC and all these people give them money. I don't think it's just that. I think they blackmail them.
So I think with a lot of people that's the case. With Jimmy Carr, I really think it was just for the money. Shazzy, would you agree with me? He
doesn't need the money. I mean, if for him to have done that gig, they must have paid him 10 million. Because I don't think he would have done it for $1 million or 2 million, because that's just peanuts to him. I think for him to have done that, they would have had to give him a chunk of money. Like 10 million, a chunk of money.
I don't think they would give him 10 million.
That he wouldn't be able to turn down. That he would think, you know what, I just can't turn this down. It's too much money.
No, the person who gave him that gig has something on him. I'm telling you. They have a video. They have a picture.
It's either that or he has been given a chunk of money that he couldn't turn down.
I think it's a money thing, because British people are like simple. Do you know what I mean? They're just so simple.
This destroyed some of his career. I mean, like, the more and more this gets like views and people know about it, people are not going to start watching Jimmy Carr as much as they did. So I don't think so.
Well, Zayn, I think, do you know what? I think you'd be so surprised how forgetful us humans are, especially in this industry. Someone, Stormzy, for example, people going crazy about his McDonald's thing.
Yeah.
He's released some stuff now, and people are like, "Oh, this is fire, bruh. This is fire, bruh." People have already forgotten about it. So the reality is, it's not what we were like before, where we'd have to watch TV or read newspapers to see what the news is and talk about it for months. There's the new thing of the week. The new thing of the week is going to keep coming up, and people are going to forget.
Saying when there was the war in Iraq, you're Iraqi. So when the war in
Yes.
Iraq happened, did you speak up about that?
It's not even a war. The Iraqis did nothing. Yes, of course I did. Before I'm an actress, before I'm a comedian, before I'm even fucking female, I'm a human. Before I'm Muslim, I'm a human. So I speak out about any atrocities. I don't care about where it's from. I don't care about what color. I don't care about what religion. If it's an atrocity against humans, I will speak about it. So, of course, I spoke out then. And it's like people back then were so fed into this narrative that, oh, Osama bin Laden, oh, Iraq, oh, ISIS, Iraq. What they didn't understand is that ISIS and all those other terrorist organizations, they freaking hate Iraq because the majority of Iraqis are Shia, and they think Shias are the devil. So even after America left it in shambles, ISIS came in, took over Iraq, and killed hundreds of thousands of people, including my dad's cousin's son. My dad's cousin's son, who I personally know and met, was like an angel, was standing in his store, and the guy came in, ISIS, and told him, "Are you Shiite or Sunni?" And he was like, "I don't understand." He's like, "Are you Shiite or Sunni?" He said, "I'm Shiite," and he shot him. Okay, just shot him. And the next guy, and the guy how we know that is because the employee was there and they asked him, "Are you Shia or Sunni?" He said, "Oh, I'm Sunni." So they didn't shoot him. Now, this is not Sunni versus Shia at all. But I'm saying, like, Muslims are the biggest targets of ISIS and other terrorist groups. That's what people don't understand. But these dumb people believed people like George Bush. They thought, Iraq must equate Osama bin Laden. Now everyone's like, oopsie, oops. Oh, well, we destroyed that country. We destroyed lives.
No reparations, no consequences.
Yeah. And that's what they're going to do with Palestine. That's what they're going to do with Sudan. Oopsie. We should have known better. Oh, well, now I know. And then it'll happen again, and they'll be like, it's too much of a hot topic button. I can't talk about it.
Ola, why doesn't Sudan get the kind of media attention?
Because we're black. We're in Africa. Like that's the reality. No one cares about Africa. I literally said it. I did a Save the Children advert, and they asked me the question, and they were like, "Why don't you think people are speaking about?" And I straight up said, "People don't care about African struggles. They think it's normal for us. They think, oh, there's a famine in Sudan, but isn't there always a famine in Africa? It's like it's just normal. Isn't that just your life? It's just another day. It's just normal for you." But actually, they don't actually know what the realities are. People don't speak about it. Wallahi, I promise you, there are people. I had Nigeria is like a neighboring country. Yeah, we're in the same continent. I had a Nigerian comedian ask me, "Oh, where are you from?" And I was like, "I'm from Sudan." And wallahi, they said to me, "Isn't that next to Afghanistan?" And I was like, "What planet do you live on?" So people don't really know a lot about Sudan. People don't, until this war happened, not many people were talking about it or even knew what it was. And what's really we're talking about people who don't speak up about what's happening in Gaza. You would never have someone that would perform in Israel, someone who's pro-Palestinian, proper pro-Palestinian, they would never perform in Israel. And I'm like, why would you not perform in Israel? Oh, because of what they're doing to the Palestinians. And I'm like, okay, right. We want to take you on tour to UAE. I'm sorry, I can't go to UAE. Why? Because of what they're doing to the Muslims in Sudan. And straight up, I said to him, I said, me performing in the UAE is the same as you performing in Israel. They're doing exactly the same thing. They're providing weapons for the militia that are killing, raping, starving, looting. They're doing exactly the same thing. So why is it okay for you not to perform in Israel, but it's okay for you to take us to perform in the UAE. So I do believe there are double standards. This is why our ummah is divided, because there are certain Muslim lives that matter more than other people's lives. I
Yes.
promise you, if there
Yeah.
was something going on in Pakistan, I don't think the Arabs will care too much about it, the
No,
UAE
no,
and
they
stuff like that.
won't.
They don't care. If there was something happening in any of the Muslim African countries, Sudan, Senegal, even parts of Nigeria, it's like there's a lot of people don't care. People don't care.
Are there any black celebrities that speak up for Sudan?
Nabil Abdul Rashid.
Is that it?
Rihanna,
That
you
have.
just said.
Oh, this is when the revolution happened.
Oh,
But speaking up about Sudan, and you like really big figures,
Yeah. No, nobody.
Mos Def, yeah,
Most Def
Yasin
is
Bey.
amazing. He speaks for
Yeah,
everybody.
Yasin Bey
Yeah,
does.
he
Yasin
is.
Bey even did a Sudan fundraiser here in the UK. He flew over and did a Sudan fundraiser here in the UK. So Yasin Bey is probably, from the bigger standpoint, a non-Sudanese person. He's the only person I can think of that has spoken up about Sudan that I know of.
So do you
But I
think
haven't seen anybody post
it's
about
just
it.
pure racism? It's because you're black, basically.
I think so. I think people prioritize whose lives matter the most.
100%
Um,
agree.
and I think that's been happening for years. I don't think it's anything new. That's not me saying, that people say really horrible things, and this is why, again, humanity and our ummah is divided so much. Well, why should I speak up about Lebanon? Lebanon never spoke up about Sudan. Oh, why should I speak up about Palestine? Palestinians never spoke up about the Congo. And it's like, that's not what it's about. It's not, oh, who's more oppressed than the other, who's suffering more than the other. It's not about that. It really isn't about that. But because we live in a world that is so toxic, that is so, I just think, look, at the end of the day, speak up about what you want to speak up, and your audience will see that you are speaking for them. And not only will it benefit you in the dunya, it will benefit you in the akhirah. If Jimmy Carr wants to perform to Israel, do you know what? Go ahead. I've seen it. Your audience have seen it. The people will not, who shouldn't support you won't support you, and the people that will support you will continue to support you. I truly believe you do. If there are Muslim celebrities, you know who I'm talking about, Shazia, who never spoke about Palestine, and people are
Yeah.
digging in. You haven't spoken up
Yeah.
about it, and
Yeah.
all they've had to disable their comment section.
Yeah.
I've had media, like Muslim media, come to me like, we want to do a podcast and an article about why this person hasn't spoken up. Wallahi, and I swear to God, my response was the following: "Hello, thank you for reaching out to me. If you don't like that she's not speaking up, unfollow her. The energy that you are putting in to cancel her for not speaking up, put it into doing a fundraiser for Palestine,
Yeah.
put it in for doing an event for Palestine, or even put the money in to donate towards Palestine. Stop focusing your attention on not who's speaking up, and focus your attention on how you can make people speak up more.
I
And
want to
Stop
talk
to,
about
tearing
I
that.
just
people
want to
down.
say that
Move on.
when
I don't
people,
agree with it.
in Islam we have this thing where you have to give zakat, which is charity, or sadaqah, which is also charity, and there is a saying which says giving sadaqah or zakat doesn't make you poorer.
Mm.
Yeah.
Giving money away to charity doesn't make you poorer. And I think that's the same here when you're offering support to Palestine or Sudan or wherever, is that offering your support to these countries will not make you lose followers, because the people that love you and support you will always support you. You're
I
not
agree.
you're not going to lose followers. Ola, we were looking at somebody's account yesterday, who a female British comedian who is absolutely has been 100% behind supporting Palestine, and she's got 1 million followers now. And you'd think, with her, the amount of stuff she's been putting out about Palestine, she would have lost followers, but actually, no, she's increased in followers. And that is the same, is that if you put your heart and soul out there and you speak up for the people in the right way, you won't lose followers, you won't lose support, you will gain the right kind of support.
Yes, the right kind. It's quality over
100%.
quantity, right?
Quantity. You want the
Yeah.
people that will support you, that will buy your tickets, that will come and see our podcast when it's live on stage. These are the people we want. But I don't belittle people who don't speak about it. I just don't deal with them. And I'm just like, okay, they're not my kind of people. Honestly, move on. I don't think Tara, you don't know what she does behind closed doors. Maybe she donates money. You don't know. We have to understand. And sorry, this is the last thing I'm going to say. And this is all I had on my mind. Whether people might not like what I have to say, but social media is part of our work. If I have a tour going and I made that, and that happened to me when I was touring in Birmingham, I hardly sold because I was posting loads about Sudan and Palestine and my algorithms were dead. So I was trying to promote my tour, but Instagram was just shadow banning me. So me posting about that kind of stuff has affected my work personally. And that's not to say like boo hoo, like, you know, may Allah provide us with more. But the reality is, our work is what put food on our table, is what put food on our family's table. So there has to be a healthy balance of how much you speak and in balance with your work. And some people
There you
don't
go.
want that balance affected at all. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're talking about a healthy balance. This is my issue with this. I said this in the beginning. I had like deep conversations with friends who are also comedians, actors, and they said they're scared to speak up. And I said, okay, that's okay. I understand. That was about a year ago. I don't understand anymore. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
If you haven't posted one thing or said one thing, I'm very disappointed in you.
Yeah, yeah.
If you haven't said or posted one little thing, I am very disappointed in you because let me just say, I have a friend and I hope she's listening. Knowing her, she's very selfish. She won't listen to this shit. She only listens to things about herself. I have this friend that in the beginning, this bitch barely had any followers, okay? She was she whitewashed her Arabness. She's not even very Muslim. I'll just say she whitewashed her Arabness. And now, and since I've been speaking about Palestine, other people, of course, are like my following has gone less. My videos don't go out. I don't, and that's okay. I've learned to be okay with that now. Her videos, because she has not spoken one little thing, one tiny thing, she's gotten so popular. And now all she concentrates is that I'm Arab and white. Look at me. I'm an Araby white girl. Like that. Just bitch one thing about Palestine. And then with the Ukraine thing, she talked about it. That's what annoys me. She talks about other shit than this. She talked about ICE. Like, do you guys know what ICE is? What's
What's
going on
ice?
here? What's going on here in America where they're, what's it called? Taking people
Is it
who are
immigration or something?
immigration, illegal citizens or so, and they're coming and taking them out of their homes and stuff. She talked about that. She posted about that shit. Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
I
Not
just
one
say,
thing.
I just thinking, you know what? I could be dead in 20 years' time, and I want to get into the
We could be
akhirah.
dead tomorrow.
Yeah, I
Wallah, I
could
was just
be,
about
and
to
I
say
want to get
that.
into the akhirah, and I want to. And what Allah says to me, when your people were dying, when your people were being burnt to death and being starved to death, what did you say about it? What did you
Yeah.
do about it? Oh, what am I going to say? I was scared of losing followers on Instagram. Well,
Oh,
yeah,
can you imagine?
and then I'm going to go into Jahannam. I'll go into the fire because I didn't support, I didn't speak up when I could have spoken up, and that's, and I've got the opportunity. I've got a lot to lose.
And the platform,
I've got a lot to
and
lose.
we are blessed. We are blessed.
But
Do you know how good it makes me feel when people send me something and I'm like on Twitter, for example, I'll give you an example. I've got a big platform on Twitter and they're like, oh, my sister lost her eye in the war and we can get her treatment in Egypt. Can you please share it? Wallahi, do you know the feeling that you get when you promote it and you push it and a week later that person sends you a picture of their sister in a hospital getting treated and they're saying because you shared it people do you know how that makes me feel? Do you know when I did the fundraiser for Sudan, do you know how much medical aid was sent to Sudan purely because we spoke up, purely because we shared, and we
you
have
don't
the
know.
power to
You
do
don't
that.
know the wider impact that you are having when these starving
Yes.
people in Gaza are sending us videos and saying, please share this. I want people to know that I lived. You don't know what that's going to do for that person.
Yeah.
It might make them
Yeah.
live another day. It might make them
Yeah.
get up and think, you know what? I've got people know who I am. They believe in me. They're looking after me. They're giving money. I might be okay. It gives them hope. It gives them
Mm.
hope. And we've got to keep
Mm.
giving these people hope, because you know what? They might live. We're praying for them. We're giving money for them. But they've got to see something. They've got to see that we're sharing this online, because they're sharing with us. They're sharing their videos with us.
I would like to say that when the whole Starbucks boycott started, we started boycotting certain people and certain companies. When the whole boycott for Starbucks started, a couple months later, Starbucks reached out to my agents because they wanted a real muhajjaba for their commercial, and they said, "Would Zayn do this commercial for us? That we need real hijabis." And I was like, fuck those assholes. This is now, talk about I was like, this is now when they want to showcase, no, we love our Muslims. We love these. And I like to tell you guys, they offered me only $3,000, Starbucks.
Is
I
that
wouldn't, I
Only
wouldn't
all?
do it even if
$3,000.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't have done it even if it wasn't
I
Starbucks.
wouldn't have done it if it was for $3 million. I'll be honest with you. Fuck you, Starbucks. What you should have did is maybe host a fundraiser for Gaza. How about do that? How about do that shit? You don't even have to put that. Take that $3,000 and do that shit with it. How
The
amazing
fun
would that
is
have
when you
been?
see the fun is when you see people posting like pro-Palestine stuff, and that same person then goes and does an advert for McDonald's. That is
There was
so
a guy.
funny.
There was a guy on TikTok who did that. You saw that, and there was a whole thing about how would he?
No.
Why is he doing an advert for McDonald's? I will say that there is this um, TikToker, social media content influencer on what's it called on Instagram and TikTok. I went to an iftar. No, it was almost like a pre-Eid thing, and it was hosted by Netflix,
Ooh.
Pillars, and
Oh yes.
Disney. Okay.
Ooh.
Yes, I went to this iftar. This iftar was about Palestine. That's all it was. They were raising money for Palestine. They bought Palestinian vendors. They did all this. So I did a video on it and I posted it, and it was beautiful. It was showcasing Palestinian artists and all that. I got a message from this girl. I really want to say her name, but I'm just gonna. That
No,
girl,
don't. No, no,
she's
no.
a fucking witch. I got a message from this girl, and she was all like, "How dare you go to an iftar hosted by Disney?" I was like, "What?" She's like, "How dare you go to an iftar hosted by Disney? We're boycotting Disney." I was like, "Sweetheart, I didn't go to Disneyland. I went to an iftar that was hosted by employees that work in Disney, like the employees." And so she was like, "Don't you understand? We're boycotting Disney." I was like, "First of all, I want you to know something. I worked for Disney myself, the company. They once brought me into the office, my managers, and they were like, Zane, if anyone ever talks bad about you because of your headscarf, be it somebody who's just coming in to have fun or an employee, you better tell us and we will kick them out. No one's allowed to." So I was like, you cannot judge these certain people that work for Disney based on the whole entire company. Anyway, she started a whole uproar on social media. She did a post about it, and she said, if they don't take down their video about this iftar, I'm going to go and name every single Disney employee that works for this company. It was at this iftar. These employees had a meeting with the other people to talk about my video, and a lot of them were so freaking scared that they reached out to me because I was like, fuck you, I ain't taking down this video for this bitch. Like, I'm not gonna be bullied. First of all, I get bullied by fucking Zionists calling me anti-Semitic all the time, and now I'm being fucking bullied by this bitch. We're supposed to be on the same fucking side. Like, what the
Mm-hmm.
hell is going on? It's when your own freaking people. So
Yeah.
they actually had a meeting and they told me, please take it down. We just we had a whole thing prepared if Zionists came after us, but not our own people. Not
Oh,
a. And you know what?
wow.
This bitch is on
Wow.
TikTok. This bitch is on Instagram. So is this bitch. So am I. So are you guys. But I'm saying, don't come and talk about an iftar that Disney's employee hosted when you're fucking on Instagram, bitch. And then you're
Yes.
doing, like, what the fuck? Like, come on. Read the fucking room. Oh
Does
my God.
she?
It
Oh,
caused such a major uproar that this year when they did it, they said no cameras allowed or videos allowed because of her.
oh my God. Have you spoken to her again?
No, and she, the like 2 weeks before that, she did something very, very rude to me, and I messaged her, and she apologized profusely, and she was like, everybody makes fun of me because I do TikTok lives to make my living, and I told her, you know what? No one has the right to make fun of you for doing TikTok lives. That's the way you want to do it. Do it. Doesn't mean anyone's got to respect it, but you do you. And then she comes on and does this shit.
So this was after.
This was after. This was after.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Now she
I
tells
don't like
people are like, well,
that.
now she says that she wants to apologize to you. I was like, fuck it. She can apologize to me when we're at Judgment Day. She can kiss my feet.
Oh, I
I'm a
thought you were going to say kiss your
Scorpio.
ass.
She can kiss my ass and my feet. I'm a Scorpio. I don't forgive anybody.
At the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, for real. For real.
Really bad. Yeah.
But it brings your own
Some,
people too.
oh, our own people. That's what I'm saying to you. Like, there's
That's why.
no,
That's why
being
the
a Muslim
Ummah is
woman, there's no winning.
that's why the Ummah is so weak. That's why the
Yeah.
Ummah
Wallahi,
is
the ummah's so
suffering.
weak. Wallahi, the ummah's so weak. Wallahi, the
And then,
ummah's
by
so
the way,
weak.
that bitch told me to take down my video. I took it down. So she still has her video up talking shit about the Disney employees, which is really sad. If you want to talk shit about me, go ahead. I'm used to it. Everyone talks shit about me. But if you're going to talk about other people, especially these poor Muslim people that were just trying to do something for
Yeah.
Ramadan, that were trying to do something for Palestine, and then you go and scare the crap out of them, what kind of Muslim are you?
Yeah.
Trash.
Just
Trash.
trash. 100%
Trash.
trash.
Bin bag trash.
So this
Bin
is
bag trash can. Bin
This
bag
is
trash.
this has
Rubbish.
been another great episode, and
This episode has just ended me being really pissed off.
we are pissed off. That's why we're doing this podcast, because we're
That's
pissed
right.
off. This is we should have called it the Pissed Off Podcast.
Yeah, I fucking
Yeah.
yeah.
We have got things that we want to say that we have not been allowed to say, that we have
Right.
not been given the opportunity to say, that people have not taken us seriously to say. And this is
Amen.
our platform now, where we, as Muslim sisters, we're saying the truth about how we feel about stuff.
Mhm.
If you don't like it, you don't like it. But this is our area where we get to say whatever the fuck we like. And this was the episode where we encourage you and we deplore you. You must speak out about our Muslim brothers and sisters in Palestine. And we
Yeah.
must strengthen the Ummah. And on the day of judgment, you're going to have to answer for yourself about why you didn't speak up. This is your opportunity to speak up right now.